Thank you very much, everybody, for coming out. I appreciate you. My name is Justin Kelly. I'm the business representative for the Rhode Island Painters and Allied Trades. We are here today to deliver a very clear and no ways unclear message. We want one thing from ICE, and that is to free Hugo Mahia, who is a member of the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades, was unjustly detained by ICE in California. And so we're here to say, free Hugo. And what I want to know from you is, do you want to free Hugo? Yeah! Free Hugo! Free Hugo! What do we want? Free Hugo! When do we want it? Now! Hugo Mahia was a hard-working family man. Contrary to Trump's administration and his promise to not attack working people and only go after criminals. We know that to be a lie. We understand the Trump administration's attack on immigrants is an attack on all working people. The International Union of Painters and Allied Trades is here to say, free Hugo! Free Hugo! Now! Now! Free Hugo! Free Hugo! Now! Now! All right, brothers and sisters, thank you so much for coming out. This is what we say. Whether you're on the West Coast, you're the East Coast, or you're in the middle of this country, if you attack one working person, regardless of their documentation status, you attack all of us. Isn't that right? And so we're here again to say, free Hugo! Free Hugo! Now! Now! Free Hugo! Free Hugo! Now!
Hi there, y'all. I'm Justice from Jobs with Justice. We're out here supporting Hugo and all of those who have been unjustly detained. And when I say unjustly detained, I mean all of those who are detained for immigration. There's no reason we need to have these detention centers taking away people, hard-working people, people who are unions, people who are protecting their families, who are working for their families. These detention centers are just an extension of the current system. They're just an extension of the harmful and racist laws that this country continues to impose on people. We have to be fighting for all of our families, regardless of whether they're citizens, regardless of how legally they're supposed to be here. All of our people need us to be out here fighting, no matter where they are in this country, whether it's on the West Coast, East Coast, the middle of this country, Alaska, Puerto Rico, everywhere. Now we know that these detention centers are highly connected to all the different types of professions. We know that trans women are being held in male detention centers. We know that these detention centers are imprisoning not just Latinx folks, but also Black immigrants, also Middle Eastern immigrants, immigrants of all different backgrounds. We know that this is the compilation of all of the different policies that this country tries to pose to keep it as protective and capitalistic and cruel as possible. Now, we know under this particular administration, these immigration policies have been highlighted and have been intensified. We have to do everything in our power to make sure that this administration cannot take our brethren, cannot take our sisters, cannot take our families, cannot take our people. For those of you who didn't hear before, Hugo was taken, and this happened on the West Coast. We're out here because he was a member of a union, and we're here to support all of our union members regardless of where they are. And we have to make sure we continue to do that in this climate. We continue to do that under this administration, and even in the next administration, regardless of whose party it's under.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes.
Okay, now, is there anyone who has any words to say particularly about this issue? The one other thing I'll add is, thanks to the CSA recently being passed, as of January 1st, we will be an official sanctuary city, where our police but we have to continue to be fighting even after that, because we know just because our police force isn't working with ICE doesn't mean they won't still be coming after our people. I'm gonna get out of this rain. That man's gonna be really, really mad at me.
All right. Hey.
Again, my name is Justin Kelly with the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades, and we're here to deliver a message to ICE that if you mess with one of us, whether it's on the West Coast, whether it's on the East Coast, anywhere in this country, you mess with all of us. Because an injury to one is an injury to all. Isn't that right, brother?
Yes. Good to see you, Jared. All right. All right.
All right, so we're going to do it another couple minutes because this nice, beautiful rain, but it ain't going to stop us, right? So what do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Yes!
I want to say thank you to everybody. Seriously, thank you very, very much for coming out. It means a lot. Solidarity makes a difference. We're going to keep on coming back and having demonstrations probably just about every week, if not every other week. Make sure that they get the message. They got a free Hugo Mahia, right?
That's it.